the channel, guys. Dave from Horizon Fish Keeping. I just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, and old and new. We had some really good comments on the last video that we did, the Fishroom tour, and it just really hyped up the channel a little bit. You know, we've got loads of views on there, loads of likes, and I just wanted to start off the video by just saying thank you to all that were involved. So yeah, today's video we're going to be doing a breeding video, and it's going to be sort of targeted on the Corydoras. The Corydoras catfish is a beautiful little fish. They do vary in size, and there's a lot of variety in colours and shapes. Today's video we're going to be doing it on the panda Corydoras, so the smaller variety of the Corydoras that they do. And also we're going to sort of set up a makeshift fry container type thing to bring up and raise the fry. If you have been struggling with these Corydoras, it could be just sort of one or two little things that you might be missing. So if you want to stick around to the end of the video, hopefully all the information will be there for you to be successful, and we'll bring up some fry and we'll have some fish. So like I said before, if you guys can just leave a like or a comment down below. Most of you guys are more experienced than me in fish keeping. I've only been doing it for a few years, so egg laying fish especially I've been sort of having a dabble with and sort of playing around with different species. At the moment we've got German blue rams and some wild caught rams that we're trying to get to spawn, but we're having absolutely zero luck with. So like I said in the previous video, if you guys got any information on that, just leave it in the comment section below, and it'd be really helpful at this time. But the panda Corydoras is one that I've had real good success with, and we're going to try and get this little project going. So if you want to stick around, that'll be awesome, and we'll talk through how we're going to get this little project underway. So I'll see you in a second, guys. So the best way to sex the Corydoras pandas, or panda Corydoras, is to look from above, and if you can just see, like here, this one's a lot wider, it's a bigger fish, that's likely to be a female. And if you look at sort of like this, it's a bit difficult when they're moving around. This guy here is a lot skinnier and smaller, that's likely to be the male. So basically what you want to do is you want to pick out your plumpest, fattest females, and you want to put them in as the majority. So if you did like 5-6 females to probably 3 or 4 males, that'd give you a good spawn rate. So what we'll do is we'll set up the container now, and we'll pick out the best females, and just put a couple of males in with them, and then we'll set up the breeding box. So I've decided, under my planter tank I've got a cupboard. I'm going to sort of clear all this out. I'm going to set up the temporary tank just under there with my fry hatching, my egg hatching tank. So what we'll do is we'll clear all this out. I won't leave you guys on the video while I do this, so I'll clear it out, and then we'll get some bits in place. What you'll need for this project as well is you'll need a cycled filter of some description. I'm going to be using a sponge filter. You'll need a heater, obviously, if you're in a cooler climate like myself in England, where our temperatures can fluctuate quite drastically. So one day can be sort of 30 degrees Celsius and next day can be sort of 5 degrees. So I'm definitely going to need a heater. So I'll clear all this section out, and I'll get back to you in a moment once we've sorted that out, and we'll get set up. Right then, guys, so we've got it all cleared out. As you can see, I've fitted a light just at the top there. It's an LED. I've just screwed up a timer as well, because that'll be a good idea to get it on a timer. So if you just stand back a bit, you can just see how we're sort of getting on. I've kept this top shelf just for my stuff, but I'm going to sort of utilise that to give me some room to get my breeding setup going on. So if you can figure out somewhere to put it, that'd be ideal. I've also got, the reason why I've done it is because I've got power to this, and also I've got an air pump already, and because I'm using a sponge filter, this will make it ideal because I can just run an air line straight off that air pump without any more plugs, and just pop it into the tote that I'm using to do the breeding. Right then, guys, these are the 2 containers that I use. This is one that I currently use to hatch out the eggs. So once you've picked them from the mops, which I showed you earlier on, what you want to do is you want to put the eggs into this container with an air stone, and if you look really carefully, just sort of there, you can just see we've got some fry and that's a Corydoras fry. It is a bit messy. I do feed baby brine shrimp and carry first bites as the first food. I would sort of let them, once they've hatched, let them go about a week or so, and they'll eat off the yolk sac. And if I just move this bit of wood, because I like to hide under this, you can just see there we've got some more fry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these guys in here till they get big enough, and then I'll probably put them in the bigger tote with the parents as they get older. This one I just bought yesterday. If you're local to England, you'll know the range. This were about £3.75, this container. It's 11 litres, which is a good size for hatching out, for a breeding tank. And it comes with a lid as well. It's entirely up to you if you want to use the lid. I probably will, just to keep the heat in a bit more. And obviously what I'll do is, this is going to go just at the side there. And then we'll build this now in a second to make a breeding tank basically. And this can be used for all types of fish, betta fish, anything really, all Corydoras, any sort of egg laying fish would be fine. You could even put guppies in there if you wanted to breed a few guppies. So it'll come as a multi-use, just another couple of tanks really. So it'll be a good little project this for someone that's starting out. I know it's on a small scale, but that's, you know, if you've not got much room, then it works out ideal. And if I just stick my big tank lights on, it'll just give you a better idea of what I'm trying to get at. So I've got the big tank above, which is obviously all running, heated. It's my planted aquarium, which you guys will have seen because you're all subscribed. Thanks very much. And then just underneath, I've just got a small shelf, and then my little breeding area underneath. So I don't currently use that space for much at the moment because I did have a clear out, so I've just got a few meds in there. I keep my my API master test kit, and my GH, KH and all that stuff tests. This little fry container that's just full of all sorts, which I might actually empty out. I could maybe just squeeze it in between, and that could be maybe another little tank. Yeah, maybe even clear that out as well, just get some air going to it, because this is how you could start with the Corydoras. Once they've spawned, you've got the eggs. You could use this with some meth blue in it and just an air stone until they hatch. And once they've hatched, put some fry in there. Once they get to a decent size again, then you can pop them back in there. So yeah, we'll work it out anyway. So then guys, we've just sorted out some of the air. Because my pump at the back there has got two outlets. One outlet I've split into two, so one side of it goes up into the tank to run the sponge filter there, and then the other side of it, I've got that just running into there, but I've put basically a little valve on so I can reduce the air here, because if I open this full wide, because it's so close to the pump, it'll actually stop the air filter at the top. So I've got that so I can adjust that, so I can balance the air from one side of the pump between this and the big tank, and then the second side I've run between this one and this, between the breeding tub and the fry tray. And also again, I've put a small valve so I can just balance the air, because it's coming off of 1 into 2. If I turn one up higher, it'll reduce the other side, if you know what I mean, because I've split one line into 2 air lines. I will say, because my air pump's so low there as well, it's underneath this tank, and we don't want any backflow back to the electricity. Please do use check valves. This will be, if there's any power cuts or anything like that, the water won't be able to back siphon all the way back to the pump, and just making the whole system safe. I've also got check valves on this one and from the tank above, just in case of any power outages or like that. So just keep that in mind to put your check valves in the right place. You don't want them sort of right next to there. You want to the water needs to be stopped way before it gets back to the electricity there. But if you guys are in the know, you'll already know about check valves and that type of thing. But if you are new to breeding fish or anything like that, or using air pumps and air stones and that type of thing, please just look into check valves, because it could be the saving grace, stopping water from flowing all over your floor, and especially getting to your electricity. In my house, because we have children, I usually put 2 or 3 on there. A big puddle of electrified water on your floor is not a good idea when you've got children about. So as you can see guys, I've got all the tanks set up now. So this will be the breeding tank. As you can see, I've got a cycled sponge filter. That is a cycled one, so it's been running for nearly 2 years, that sponge. You have to use that. I've just got a small 25 watt heater. I've also just set up a thermometer there. It's a little bit low at the moment, 68.9, and that's just running down into this tank as well, so I can see what temperature that is. This is a small fry tank. I will just say as well, I've put a bit of driftwood so they can hide in there underneath if they want to just sort of get away from the others. That's just so they can hide away if they need to. I'm just going to pop a bit of sponge there so they can get underneath and whatever. So yeah, that's the temporary little tank just there. I can also use this for a quarantine tank if needed, so it comes in for all different situations. This is a small fry tank that I've got, so like you've seen before earlier in the video, there's some fry in there at the moment. And then I'm going to use this one with just an airline in, and that's just going to be to hatch the eggs. Again, that can be used for any kind of egg laying fish. Just put your eggs in there, a little tiny bit of methylene blue, wait till they hatch, then just keep siphoning the water out till the water runs clear. Once you've got your wigglers then, or free swimmers, you pop them into this tray, let them grow up a little bit, start feeding them first fry food, so like baby brine shrimp, Corydoras first bites, infusoria if you're doing rainbow fish, all like that. Then they can go into this tank until they get to a decent size. I'd probably say about the same size as, you know, that cardinal tetra there. Once they get to that size, they can move into a tank then, and then they can go to the shop for sale. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you this system, and now I've set it up, and I'll just show you, you know, in the next part how we're going to get the, you know, raise the eggs up. If you do need to see any videos on how to hatch Corydoras eggs, rainbow eggs, any sort of egg laying fish really, if you look back in my video, I do have some other videos, but if you do want out in particular, if you just let me know, and as soon as I come across that fish, then you know, I'll do a series on it just like this. But until now, for now, we've got the eggs have hatched in here. We've got some fry. Also, once I've got some eggs in the mops, I'll show you pulling them off and how we hatch them out in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I know it's a bit of a random one, but stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it if you've watched to the end. If you could just leave us a like. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Please leave some comments in the comment section below. I really appreciate it if you could do that. It helps out my channel, and also it makes me, you know, want to make more videos, and ultimately send out more information to you guys, and it just sort of shows the progress of my fish room as well. So I'd really appreciate it, guys, if you could do that for us. In all honesty, you know, the last video that I put up, you guys did awesome. You were sending me comments. I got a few likes on the video, and also I got a lot more subscribers, and it really helped me out. Sometimes, you know, it helps to help other people out. You know, if you guys have got your own channels and you want me to subscribe to yours, that's absolutely fine. I'll check out your videos and stuff. Like I say, most of you guys are more experienced than me. You've been making YouTube videos for longer. You've been fish keeping for longer. So any information that you guys can pass along also helps me out. It helps the hobby out, and you know, it makes a bigger, wider community. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.